Yo, hello and welcome back to another round of Auto Pets. This time I thought it would be quite nice to introduce a new series on this YouTube channel. I'll call this series Overexplained because I try to explain like every single move I do in the game. Obviously, for you veterans out there, that series isn't really for you, but for someone who maybe has trouble getting a few wins here and there, I think this could be helpful. So let's hit customize. We will start with standard pack. We will play the early adopter head, and the background will be scary forest. Let's hit arena and take a look at that shop. I think fish is a no-brainer here. The other two are like kind of hard to decide, honestly. I would really love to have an ant. I would really love to have another fish. What I really don't want to have is a horse or a cricket or a mosquito. A mosquito, I gladly take a mosquito if I have more than one. So one mosquito alone is not that great, but if you have multiples, it can be really nice sometimes. But we don't have even one mosquito. So are we actually planning to get the pig or the beaver in our lineup? I think the beaver is quite okay, but the pig I probably won't take. And there's another fish. I think we could pick that. Would be a bit better than the otter, because the otter now has a 50-50 chance of buffing either the beaver or the fish, and I actually kind of plan on keeping the fish a bit longer around. Not as the beaver. So the otter is like a 50-50 on if it's good or not. So the fish is pretty much the value we are looking for here in my eyes. We are some loose fingers. I like that. Let's see. I think we might have quite a... Yeah, we should have a nice chance of winning here. Well, we will trade. We will draw. Okay, this is totally fine for me. And yeah, there's an ant. So the second turn, like, it's always not that easy to decide what to do in the second turn. I think you would probably, as you have 10 gold, buy 3 things and reroll once. Buy 3 different things. One of these will be the ant. That's pretty sure. The ant is amazing just on its own. So that ant is pretty safe that we'll take it. Now the question is, do we reroll now or buy something else first? So let's look at our options. I don't think the cricket will do anything here. Let's ignore that and don't buy it. The otter. Well, I do think keeping an ant for a few rounds is nice, as well as both of these fishes. So if the otter hits one of these fishes or the ant, we are not that sad about it. This could be a play. The apple could be a play as well. But I actually would rather pick the otter than the apple here, because the apple has the same effect as the otter when we buy it. The otter obviously will buff a random friend, but we can actually again sell the otter in the same turn again and get 1 gold back, so we can reroll once again. This could be quite nice, but I would actually think it's correct to reroll here and not take the otter. There's a fish, which I like. Wait, what we could do is first buy the otter. Hope that it won't hit the beaver. Nice. Then we could combine these, buy another fish and not combine that one yet, and hit end turn. I think that was the correct play to do here. The fact that I didn't combine these fishes yet is, first, I think we are strong enough to win this round without combining the fishes. And I think my team just drives that argument home. Okay, we draw. I thought actually we would win this. Okay. But now, as you can see, we have quite a better shop, and combining these fishes will upgrade our own team, and we definitely don't want to keep otter and beaver around here. And by the way, if we now want to sell these, obviously sell the otter first, because the beaver on sell has an effect which we don't want the otter to hit. So that's why we sold the otter first. Now let's sell the beaver. Okay, that wasn't so good for us. We definitely want to have a swan, because the swan just is amazing. And we definitely also want to have a crab. And with that, we can now combine it. And there is a whale, which is actually pretty nice. We'll buy that and put it behind the ant. And now the question is, do we reroll 3 times? Do we use a cupcake? Do we use a honey, or do we buy a crab? I honestly think it's correct to buy the crab here. Upgrading a crab is never that amazing because, as you can see, it copies the health from friend ahead. So when you upgrade a crab, that, by the way, that effect doesn't change no matter the level of the crab. If I buy the crab, the HP won't be any different, but the attack will be. So what we could do with the crab is buy the crab to increase the attack of this crab by 1, which is fine enough. I really don't like honey here, and cupcake is also not that strong because cupcake is only active for 1 round, and I think we will win this round either way. So let's buy that. But this decision is not that clear. I think you could argue that rerolling 3 times is also correct. Now we probably also wanna get rid of our ant soon, because that effect doesn't really matter that much anymore. Maybe next turn. Maybe we will find something which can replace the ant nicely. There is a dog. We could buy the dog now. I kinda like that. Let me not buy dog here. It would be probably correct to buy the dog and go for a cycling strat here. But I actually don't really want to do it this turn. So what we could do is actually combine the crab to have a look at a random tier 3 dude. Which we got a blowfish, but I don't really like the blowfish. So we probably don't want to buy it. Next decision I am thinking about is buying a meat bone for the crab. But because usually if you play crab, the crab has usually a lot of HP, but not as much attack. And a meat bone on the crab usually is a pretty nice idea. So for now, I'll probably freeze this and reroll once to see what else is there. 2 fishes. I do like that idea too. I think a level 3 fish could enable quite a nice play later. Because later we can hit a bison. And if we do, that's pretty amazing. And for that we have a level 3 fish, if we could hit it later. So this is, yeah, I think this is kind of nice. Let me buy both of these fishes and reroll once again. Now the question is, do we freeze the swan? And I actually don't think so. I don't think we will really wanna upgrade this. The upgrade of the swan is kind of nice, but we don't really play a comp which needs that monetary value that much, and upgrading a swan costs like 6 gold. So I don't think that's a wise choice to do here. We still need a replacement for the ant soon. But for now it's fine. I think the crab and the fish, those are big enough to carry us through this matchup. Oh yeah, easily at that. Really nice. And see what else is there. There's a flamingo and there's a whale upgrade. Flamingo and whale both are pretty nice. Well, the whale by itself is pretty nice. We definitely wanna... Well, it depends. I actually think it could be quite nice to upgrade the whale here. But is the flamingo that much of a upgrade to the ant? Yeah, it kinda is, but is it warranted? So selling the ant, buying a flamingo costs effectively like 2 gold. Is it worth 2 gold to do it here? I'm not so sure on that. Let me reroll. Now there's a kangaroo, which we actually could use quite effectively. And I think it's now time to sell the swan for that. sell the swan and buy the kangaroo and put it behind the whale, because the kangaroo reads like if the friend ahead attacks, and the friend ahead is a whale for 1 attack. When it dies, then the ant attacks, which comes out of the whale. So at least this position will attack 2 times, which is quite nice for the kangaroo. We could now, on top of it, garlic the whale to ensure that the whale will attack a few more times. I think that's quite a nice idea, but I first want to reroll the shop, because I think a whale upgrade or a fish upgrade is more important for us right now. And let's do that once again. And we didn't hit anything. So now the question is, do we meatbone the whale or do we meatbone the crab, or are we garlicking the whale? I think garlicking the whale is the better choice, but this is, I'm not too sure if it actually is. We will see. We will see. Okay. Is this winnable? Yeah, I think we will win this quite easily at that. That kangaroo is growing to massive sizes. This is pretty good for us, I must say. Although that peacock is scary too. Yeah, we will win this easily. Don't even need the crab here. This is amazing. We have quite a strong power level over here. This is amazing. Badger is... We can't really abuse the badger here well. Hedgehog also not really that well. There's a whale. And there's actually a spider, which would be probably an upgrade to the ant here. But let me first buy the whale. There's a dolphin, which is also pretty nice. But I think we will... Now we could think about selling the ant, buying the spider for 2 gold effectively. Or we could pill the ant to buff someone permanently with that faint effect of the ant. But this will... And then buy the spider, but that will cost like 4 gold. I don't think that difference of 2 gold is worth of the random buff here. So let me sell that and buy that. Can reroll once and then use meatbone if we don't find anything. I actually found a fish right now. Now the question is, do we buy the fish? I think buying the fish is the correct way to do it. Yeah, let me do that. Another dolphin, which we probably won't take. Okay, now let's hit the road again. We really hope for a bison soon. Bison would be absolutely beautiful. Wow. Yeah, garlicking the whale was pretty smart on our side, I think. That's pretty nice here, must admit. Oh, the kangaroo is like growing as well, so so huge. Really nice. Okay. We need a bison. And we don't need anything from this shop. We could think about canned food here. And I think this is... That would be actually kind of smart to take. Let's use canned food. We invest in our future here with this. Quite like that choice. So none of these are any good for our situation. I mean, Dodo was really strong, but it's way too late to take it, and everything else is not really good. So let me reroll. And once again, worm is pretty late, but I'm actually thinking about making use of the worm here. We could do it. Selling crab, buying worm, and honeying the worm. Let me freeze that, because if we do exactly that, the crab will give us 2 gold if we sell it. And with 2 gold we are at 7. Both of these are like costing 6, so we can reroll once again. He didn't freeze my worm. That we just got a server issue and it didn't freeze my worm. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so let me reroll once again. And I think now it's correct to buy meat bone. No, I think we will actually get rid of crab soon. Or maybe we'll get rid of Kangaroo. The Kangaroo is like kind of nice right now, but it falls off like pretty fast. Let me reel once again. There is a Bison now. We finally hit the Bison. And now the question is, do we sell the Kangaroo or the Crab? And I think actually selling the Kangaroo is better here, because we are getting to the point of where the Kangaroo isn't that strong anymore. That Bison now though is pretty nice. And he also plays Bison. That's nice to see. Yeah, okay. These traits are beautiful. That's not really that beautiful, because we will lose this actually with that bee on his badger in the back. That was unfortunate. Okay. So we need to keep fish and bison around. Everything else is up for a debate, basically. What we could do here is sell the spider, which I'm actually a fan of, and buy the rooster. I think that would be pretty nice. Before that, I definitely want to use canned food to buff up the rooster here. Sell that, buy that. Like this, it should be pretty nice. And let's reroll and see what else we could find. Let's reroll once again. There's a snail, but we don't really have space for it. We could run snail. Snail would be actually pretty awesome here. I think it's time to sell the crab. Okay, let me talk you through this. I think it's time to sell crab, because crab is kind of strong, but I think it's not as strong in our lineup to be in our final lineup, right? So at some point we will sell crab for sure. And right now our HPs all over the board are not that high. So that crab is basically just an 8-10, just like the fish. Selling the crab for 2 gold, we are at 5. Buying and selling the snail, we are at 3. And then we can actually buy another bison, which is probably a good way to go. So let me do that. Buy the snail, sell the snail again. Now buy the bison and unfreeze the meat bone, because we don't really need it that much anymore. I'll keep the bison here. And maybe at some point we will combine these, but we don't really have to. Both of these are like scaling like pretty nicely, and well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. This is a weird lineup that guy runs, not gonna lie. Yeah, we should win easily here. That chicken which got so the whale, when it dies, it releases that animal which got consumed right at the beginning, and it get released at the same level as the whale is. So the whale is level 2, so that was a level 2 rooster which came out there. I kinda needed a bit to understand that. Now the question is, do we actually combine bisons? And I think that could be pretty nice, yeah. We should probably level up our bison here. So let's combine and put it on top. There is a dragon now, which we probably don't really can use, can we? Because, I mean, the dragon by itself is pretty strong, but buying the dragon also means we need to have another slot open for cycling, for buying and selling units to really abuse the dragon here. And we don't really got that, because both of these are fixed, and this one kinda still has quite some power, and I don't really wanna sell any of these anytime soon. Well, probably the whale is going to be sold at some point, but not yet. Let's roll again. These are some interesting rhinos, but I don't think we will gonna use these. Definitely want to freeze the snail just in case we lose next round. And the chili also seems to be pretty interesting. I really want to have a chili maybe on the fish here. I really like the chili in the late game because it can scrape off some melon armor. But we have only 6 gold and we need to fill in 1 slot. So let me freeze that and reroll once again because I don't want any of these. I still don't want any of these. We could actually think about running Badger in the front slot here. This seems maybe a bit weird, but the Badger attacks for 9 and then shoots 9 damage to the guy up front, and also it shoots 9 damage back to the whale because well, no, that was wrong. Because the rooster, when it dies, summons a chick with little HP, so the Badger is a pretty bad idea. The crocodile, though, could be a nice filler. Let me freeze that and reroll once again, and we'll definitely take the croc then. Thing like that could work. We probably should put it like this. High attack minions up front first seems to be quite nice. Yeah. Usually, yeah, okay. Our power level is like really high. Not sure if we actually should keep whale. Not too sure about that. Okay. And we won. Nice. Okay. There's a monkey. I really like the monkey here. Let me sell the croc because the croc isn't really here to stay. The monkey buffing the bison is beautiful. We need that powerful front unit, I think. We can now, of course, also buy the chili. I think now is a good time to use it. And now let's roll to see what else we can find. We found a scorpion. And we found a canned food. I think canned food is not that good anymore. But you could argue that the scorpion is maybe a nice idea to play. But what are we going to sell here? This is tricky. I think selling the whale could be okay because how much value does the whale actually provide? Don't think it's that much. I actually don't think it is. Let me freeze the scorpion and reroll once again. Okay. Well, a sushi obviously also does quite a lot here. I think it could be correct to still keep the whale and now use sushi. And probably unfreeze the scorpion. I think that could be fine now. But I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. Our Bison survives with 1 HP. This is amazing. That was really lucky. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay. Let's see what else we get. The snake is really interesting too. There is an argument to be made to mushroom the whale, because then the whale survives. Well, it revives, and then when it dies, it spawns another rooster, which then, after it dies, will spawn 2 little chicks. I think that would be pretty nice. And let's unfreeze the snail here. Let me mushroom the whale. I think that's a bit of a meme, not gonna lie. And we could also think about selling monkey and buy snake here, because that position will attack quite a lot of times. There is another snake, and with that we definitely want to have the snake as strong as we possibly can get. Steak is kind of nice too. I think we will rather reroll once. Now the bison obviously won't be buffed that much because we sold the monkey, but I think that trade was fine. Nice. Okay. Did that actually work? I'm not too sure right now if our strategy actually worked out there. But I think it was. Okay. Buying a pair to buff the Bison is not the stupidest thing to do, because we could actually sell that fish sooner in that case. And I probably don't really want to keep fish for that long anymore. But I think we can reroll, and that's probably a bit better. Yeah, we actually are looking for a snake upgrade here. I think the melon on that Bison is pretty amazing, not gonna lie. The turkey also is kinda interesting because we spawn a lot of stuff, but we don't really have space for it right now, and I don't think selling the fish here is correct. Pizzas, I mean, we got 3 gold. Either we buy something here or we reroll 3 times to find a snake. I think that late in the game you could reroll a few times. Yo, those deers though. Those deers are probably having a bit bigger impact than the rooster. I think it could be actually correct to sell the rooster here and buy a deer, freeze another deer. I think that one's a bit smarter. Now let's see if that actually works, that mushroom shenanigans we did there. I think it should work, but I'm a bit confused because I didn't really see that working that other round we played. Okay, it won't even get to it. We are way too strong for that. This is really interesting. We are winning just like that. Let me buy the deer. Definitely want to upgrade the snake sometime soon. There's... yeah. Like that. Should be quite fine. Yeah, this is a weird build, honestly. I think we are easily winning this. Oh, this is interesting. A hedgehog? A hedgehog with mushroom. Cool stuff. Never seen that. Are we actually going to take him down? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. No! We won't. And that whale didn't work. That actually didn't work. Not sure if you caught that, but that mushroom on the whale caused the whale to forget what it was swallowing in the first place. So it released it once, but the revive from the mushroom, that's weird. I think that's not sure if that's planned. Gotta ask the devs, I think. So, what else are we looking for here? Deer upgrade, snake upgrade. Let me buy the snake. Nothing I want to have here. There's another deer, but do we actually? No, don't think so. Chocolate on the snake. I really want to have a level 3 snake just for the achievement. But I honestly think we will win this now. Yeah, like I said, this build was really strange because this is honestly a Bison build, obviously. The Bison is our core unit here, and it's probably the sole reason why we are winning this, but the rest of my lineup is really weird. And it's weird that it actually kind of works here. I love to see that though. Oh yeah. And we are winning this. It was close at the end. This lineup is not the strongest, I'm pretty sure of it. But it worked out. That Bison, that early Bison is pretty strong if you can get it to work like that. So I hope you could take something away with this. If so, please let me know. And yeah, see you next time for the next normal gameplay episode, or the next Overexplained, or the next guide I'm putting out. So see you then, and enjoy my end card. As always, if you like this video, never tell me or your friends, and also please never share this around. Also, please make sure to not like this video. If you want to see more content like this, definitely don't subscribe to my channel and never check out this video displayed over here. See you in the next video. I'm out.